And we're live. Finally, YouTube. Takes you a little while. Anyway, welcome to after the writing stream for Mythoverse. After about a month, my voice has finally healed up to the point where I can actually talk to people. It's a weird feeling right now. But anyway, first of all, I'm going to plug Jack Irons issue 3. I talk to Cody Fernandez every once in a while. He's a fellow Wicked creator, so a little bit of bias right there when I say that Jack Irons issue 3 is probably going to be one of the best comics you'll read, aside from the Mythoverse, of course. But you look at all of this, everything that you get, and whatever campaign would give you a Samurai Jack-esque sci-fi world where instead of samurai you got a cowboy, immortal cowboy, and also a figure to go with it, which there is 10 available. Well, 9 now because some lucky bastard got one. But yeah, right now the goal is $10,000. Got 19 days left, 20%. But you know, I think that the project is big enough. The supporters are. He's got a lot of supporters, and the reason why. There's this weird thing about crowdfunding. It's always that in the last week you get all the money in. I can understand that with Kickstarter, but whereas you don't get charged until the very last day. Indiegogo, you get charged. Yeah, well, maybe it's because of the refund. I think they want to be certain, but you know. Well, anyway, this is, if you want to read Jack Irons, he's got the first issue up for free on, I believe, he's probably got here somewhere the link for the free issue of Jack Irons. Yeah, it's a little bit. My pitching process needs work, mainly because we had a little bit of issue on the Mythoverse Discord that I had to deal with, so fun time it's on Discord. Okay, it's at the very bottom of the Indiegogo. You can read the black and white issue for Tapas. To be honest, Cody, I think you should probably put it a little closer to the top so that people I can get the preview from there. And it's a nice looking figure. And hopefully after this campaign, there's gonna be demand for other hers. Well, anyway, that's enough of going through Jack Irons. Mainly because you're here to see me write. And writing I will do for the Wild West Mythics story outline. And what is it going to be about? Will be about Althea and Gallatin in a Wild West setting. No, no, it's not going to be that. It's going to be a canon story set in the past, which I honestly think that doing this would be a fun way of going into the Mythoverse and dealing with the past and whatnot. Also, later, if this becomes a complete series, maybe I figure out how the native folklore creatures deals with the invasion of their land by these foreign folklore creatures, Western, Eastern creatures. But I'm not going to do that with this plot outline because that takes a lot of research. More so than I could do in the short amount of time that I had since I thought of this idea. But the character, Abigail Sullivan, basically an Irish character in the Wild West, which I think would be interesting to see how that goes because, as I'm pretty sure a lot of people know, Irish were not treated very well in the Wild West period. And her chosen name as a mythic is Ardala. I did do some research on the possibility of bounty huntresses, and it's that I'd have to say I probably have a bunch of people who will say that it's completely fiction. There's no such thing as a bounty hunters in the Wild West era. I'm a woke SJW, but there actually was. History's far more complicated than these talking points that people like to bring up. So basically, as a bounty hunters, see well, first I should probably say that this is a time period where Gallatin has an earlier or sorry, the throat's a little not good still. Okay, so I don't think my voice is as cracked up as good as it's gonna get me, so I'm gonna stop talking right now, and it's just right. Now what the hell? Why not Texas? Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to make this a series plot outline because. Hey, Casper. Yeah, yeah. Kind of did things later because I didn't want to cross the streams with Meeting of the Minds. And I'm probably going to change the day when I do these streams too. Hey, Neostar. How's it going? The weird thing is that you guys are in the YouTube chat, but it says I have no viewers at all. Yes, you can hear me, Neostar. I'm not so sure how well because my voice doesn't want to keep itself up, but it's good enough. Oh, hey, it jumped up to one, and there's two people in chat. I have to wonder, is YouTube drunk? No, it's no problem, Casper. I don't expect to have that many viewers during this hour because it's midnight on my end and, well, closer to 9 p.m. in the later. We don't have a lot of evil waifus. Well, Neo Star, we're going to. Actually, you know what? Technically, if you read Adobe Kroger Knight Errant, there are some evil waifus in there. And I do plan on bringing it on revealing some. Actually, you know what? Technically, there's a bunch of them in Mythics because of the whole Covenant witches that Elfia has to deal with. Well, there was a page in Mythics issue 1 where they appeared. Also, one of them gets a much more substantial speaking role in issue 2. Although, I leave it rather ambiguous whether or not she is actually evil at the end. And I cannot type when I'm on stream. Anything dangerous? I don't know. Is there? Looks like you got your first story arc, Neostar. In case you're wondering, that was an email for a job notification. Which, yeah, right, this doesn't like to show the full screen. Let's see. Okay, I really should change this. There we go. Well, it's a writing stream, so there is gonna be a lot of text. But the local basic rundown on it, Casper, is that I am writing a mythic story which is set during the time of the Wild West, and like a lot of the mature, like a lot of the indie creators today, the character's a ginger, and right now I'm using the Irish ancestry for her to get her in a fight, and I think Neostar is trying to make a wall of bacon. Anyway, I think I think what's going to happen is that when I finish this, it'll go up as a PDF on the Patreon, and it'll be on there for paid subscribers for about a week, and then it'll be released to the public. That's what I want to do, but plans might change in the meantime. And to be honest, I think that with the platform that Wicked is creating for with the Wicked magazine, I may have this be a serial in the Wicked magazine. Well, after the I think gotta do about 5 mythics short stories for the Wicked magazine, and those are gonna be about at most 15 pages each. By the way, I should probably mention that if you join the Mythoverse Patreon, there's a new perk, which is basically Adobe Kroger karaoke singer. Well, the Star, this isn't going to be a story with Althea. It's the only character from Mythics that'll be in this story is Skeleton, her familiar, and I'm not sure about what I'm gonna do with the main with his current partner. Maybe she's going to turn out to be Althea's ancestor. I'm gonna look. I might as well look it up for you, Neostar, because I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so Neostar, Don't Be Kroger karaoke singer will be on the $15 pledge. And yes, Casper, there was silence because I had to go look up a perk for Neostar. I think I well, you're gonna have to talk to right about getting Maeve to do karaoke. All I have to say is that with the voice actress for Elfia, she's very busy, so I don't think there's gonna be anything on her end. But I will say this about the short stories that the Wicked magazine will have. Every short story after this current one will have an illustration by Killbox. Today he showed me the rough draft for this upcoming one, and it looks really nice. The next funny thing is he oh man he just to give you an understanding of how good he did on the job, he got a little worried that he made Althea too hot. Well, I'll talk to Dan and see if we can do a karaoke club perk. You know what the funny thing is? In a conversation I had, there were people who said that the reason why Adobe Kroger got the waifu pillow was because Althea's too reserved, for one. Funny enough, the moment they said that, well, I got the variant cover for Mythic 2 by Dylan Fagan, and all I really have to say is that you gotta be really crazy to think that Althea would sew off her body because she knows she looks good. Another thing is that while she does put off this air of aloofness in comparison to characters like Maeve or Adobe, her training has her dealing with creatures like succubi and incubi, creatures that basically were used in medieval periods to explain away sexual urges. So while she does seem reserved, that's in effect part of her disguise because if you're, let's say you're going out looking for a group of people that have to deal with creatures that involve sex. And, well, you're not going to expect the reserved one. The funny thing is that there's